Welcome, everyone. My name is Tracy Murphy-Poxtis, and this is Good to Great in Under 8, the weekly show for motivated professionals who want to start having greater business impact, get greater results, and ultimately experience more joy and satisfaction from their careers. So guys, today I wanted to start out by sharing a quote. It's a favorite quote of mine by John Maxwell. And he said, if you want to do a few small things right, do them yourself. But if you want to do great things and really make a great impact, then learn how to delegate. And yet it's interesting because so many of my clients who want to achieve great results struggle in delegating. So today I thought I'd share some perspective with you on two things. First, what makes delegating so hard and how do we get past it? And then second, what are some of the key behaviors that leaders who delegate well exhibit? So based on my experience, both in corporate America and as a coach, I think the challenge in delegating typically begins because we are holding on to beliefs that simply just aren't true. So for example, a lot of us think, if I delegate XYZ to so-and-so, my boss is going to think that I don't know how to do it or that I'm slacking off. Or we think, well, I'm the only one who can possibly get this job done and do it well. Or if I give it to somebody else, they'll just do it wrong. Or it's critical that I'm aware of all the details because if I'm not, then my boss will think X, Y, and Z of me, right? Or it'll take longer to teach somebody else. So I'm sure these probably sound familiar for you guys. And on the surface, they all seem really reasonable. However, I will tell you every single time I challenged myself or I've dug deeper with a client on them, it turns out they're really not true, right? Your boss isn't going to think any less of you if you delegate it. In fact, oftentimes they're going to think that you're doing a really good job using the resources that you have available. So I really invite you to take a look at yourself and see which of those beliefs you're holding on to that just simply aren't true and are preventing you from delegating. And then just let them go, right? Let them go. Realize they're not serving you and let them go. And then once you've decided you can let these beliefs go, now you're ready for the next step, right? Which is really taking on those behaviors that great delegators do. And so as I thought back on all the behaviors that I observed and tried to do myself over the years, 6 behaviors really became top of mind for me. And the first was spending time up front to think about who is the exact right person to delegate to, right? And it's not just about who can do the task, but it's also about who wants to do it, who might be ready to do it, who could benefit from doing it, and quite honestly, who's excited to do it. The other benefit the other behavior that leaders really exhibit who delegate well are they're very clear on what they want done, why they want it done, and what success looks like. But they always leave it up to the person on how they get it done, right? And they encourage that person to use creativity. And then they also really focus in on making sure that the individual that they're delegating to has all the appropriate resources that they need to get that job done. And then they also create checkpoints, right? Points in time, whether you call them milestones or checkpoints. This is all about getting an update and being able to share feedback to the person that you've delegated to. And this really helps ensure that you don't have to worry about under or over managing. And then the last behavior that great delegators do is they expect and they accept mistakes and they use them as learning opportunities. They use them as opportunities to help the person that they delegated to really learn and grow. So guys, the bottom line is delegating is key, right? If you really want to have that big impact, delegating will become your friend. And if you want some help in figuring out what those beliefs are to let go of, or how to really become comfortable with those behaviors, reach out to me. Send me an email at tracy@tracymurphycoaching.com. I am here to help and support you guys through this, so please reach out. Well, that's it for today, guys. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time.